All right, what's
Let's
up,
keep.
boys? Week 3, Monday morning quarterbacks pod. Welcome back. Let's
Welcome
get it.
back.
How we doing?
Very special episode 3. Third time's the charm. It's Crane Man's birthday.
It
Birthday
only
edition.
happens once a year.
The best
you,
holiday of the year.
Thank you. The big 2-7 feels weird. Doesn't feel right.
2-7.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Guys older than half the quarterbacks in the league.
yeah. It's weird seeing these like 22, 23-year-old like just studs, and I'm like, wow, I'm 5 years older than that guy, and I can like barely walk, and I have back pain. Like, how are these guys doing it? But yeah, it's crazy.
Attica's acting.
Sweet boys, what are we thinking? Should we start recapping some of the games from last week?
yeah, let's do it.
We start with the Thursday night game, Bears Commanders. I mean, we all were 0 for 5. Or no, Jeff picked that right. Jeff picked that game right, but we're 0 for 4 outside of that. So 1 and 4.
I was the only one that picked that right.
Yeah, Jeff picked the Bears. Everyone else was on the Commanders last week.
That was just me being hammered picking most of the underdogs on the slate.
Justin Fields, the best fantasy quarterback in the NFL.
It only took him 4 weeks.
He's got 8 touchdowns in 2 weeks. That's pretty crazy.
Ridiculous.
Cole Kmet, tight end 1.
Out of nowhere. He's really got to fall off this train he's on because it's killing me.
They're so
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. The Bears might just like, I don't know. It looked like the Bears were like full tank mode, and then they just like won a game. Now they're in a dilemma. They're like, should we lose or should we win? Is Justin Fields good or is he bad? Are we getting Caleb Williams? Or are we? I mean, they still could get him technically if the Panthers keep sucking the way they are. But yeah,
We
Don't
the
the Bears have the first and second draft pick next
technically,
season?
yeah.
I got
Bears.
Carolina's,
Oh, and Carolina's looking all really awful.
and they're 0 and 5. Yeah.
They are 0 and 5.
So May and Harrison Jr. both to.
That's what the
Good.
projections is showing right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. They draft a quarterback. I just feel like they still believe in Fields.
it's so hard because he was like so bad, but then his upside he like flashes.
This is like the first time he's been a good quarterback for the NFL. Because last year when he was dominating fantasy, he still couldn't throw the ball. But these last 2 games are the only 2 games in his career he's thrown 4 touchdowns, I think.
I don't know. If I put myself in like the chair of the Bears general manager, I mean, you're not going to win tough games when Justin Fields is playing like he was the first 3-4 games. Obviously, that upside helps a lot, but you have to be consistent in the NFL to keep a starting job.
I feel like
They're
for young
also changing the scheme to be more acquainted towards him because I mean DJ Moore did all the work. You could throw 2 yards and have DJ Moore run for 80, and then you have 80. Like yeah, so
RIP to anyone that played against DJ Moore, Jamar Chase, Brees Hall. I'm sure there was 1 or 2 more in fantasy.
I played against all 3 of those guys.
tough.
Yeah, across my leagues, I played against all 3, but 1 in each league. And I went 0 and 3 this week in fantasy after just being on a tear. Just tough
Same.
week.
You're welcome for that.
Yeah, honestly felt bad. Connor's team was like in such shambles. I'm like, all right, get the kid a win.
And Bulls, I'm the hottest team in the league right now,
Yeah, you're 3 and 2, buddy. You're not that hot.
bro. The highest scoring team is
He cut out for me.
Yeah, I don't know what he
he's
said either.
I
I'm
just
sure it
want-
wasn't that great.
not even close.
Connor, stop muting yourself when you talk.
Am I good? I'm good.
All right,
It's
next game. We're chewing up too much time on the recap.
Let's go to
Fingers
See
London.
any thoughts? You didn't say anything, but
they don't lose. Big P was right. Congrats to P. That's a big win for those guys.
Oh, the
Who?
Jags.
Yep.
Are we just we're gonna do every game, or just want to give our
We can just gloss over like any of the big hitter games. Like
the
I
big
guess-
thought of the week?
Yeah.
Patriots suck. That's my big thought of the week. Like more than
Yeah.
we thought they did.
Yeah, they looked.
Belichick on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They suck so bad. Pats fans are like, we don't want Belichick. It's like, oh, that day's here already. Damn.
The 49ers might not lose a game this year.
Yeah, they
That
are
was
scary.
crazy.
That's what they can stay healthy. Bosa's going to get hurt eventually. You know,
That is what it is.
Tebow,
They just need
like-
to stay healthy, and I mean, they never will. But they have so many weapons. It's like you can just have games where Debo doesn't do anything this week, and then next week he catches 3 touchdowns. Kittle doesn't do anything the first 4 weeks. Oh, he catches 3 touchdowns. Like, it's going to, like, CMC is the best running back in the league. Like, he's going to eat. I can't tell if Purdy's just actually him or if he's just, like, good enough to, like, function and, like, be okay in that offense. Like, he looks really good. Like, that first throw, he stepped up and hit Kittle on that nice, like, little weird play that Detroit ran as well. Like, he looks good.
He looks good.
I think he's him.
Mentioning Detroit looks good too.
Detroit looks good.
They do.
I'm still
I
waiting.
know
for Detroit
NFC North, Packers, but Detroit looks good.
I'm still waiting for them to fall apart. Anytime they look good, they normally fall apart right around like week 7, week 8.
I think it was the first time that they've started 4-1 was in '91 when the last time they won a playoff game. So, I mean, I think a playoff win is a huge dub for the Lions this year. But I mean, I personally don't expect Super Bowl. But you talk to a Detroit fan, and they're expecting the world. So,
what are the odds for the Lions to win the division? Because it's got to be like minus 150, 200 if I had to guess.
I bet it's like minus 300 plus probably.
Yeah, now it opened at plus 125 or something before the season.
Mm-hmm.
You had to bet before the Packers played them.
So what's up with Jordan? How do you feel about him this week?
Jordan Love's big question mark right now. I don't know. He flashes sometimes in the second half, but he's brutal.
I'm not worried, and this is why. Big fella actually just kind of calmed my mind on this stat. Shout out, big fella. He wanted a shout out on the podcast for this information he relayed to me to keep my confidence in Jordan Love. Rodgers' first year starting on the Packers, week 5 against Tampa, threw 3 picks and looked absolutely awful. And people were calling for his head, like, this is the guy. We went with this guy over Favre. Like, looked absolutely brutal, and people were like, this guy sucks. Let's just relax. It's his first year starting. He did show flashes like the first couple weeks. Like, hasn't looked great. Like, if Christian Watson could like come back through contact, we probably get a PI on that last play, and we're on the 1 and have a chance to win a game we had no chance even being in. I don't know what Josh McDaniels is doing, not going for it on 4th and 1 to just win the game. That was just one of the worst coaching calls. Like,
that was crazy.
Like they were gonna get it. Like, there's a 95% chance they probably get that. It was 4th and less than a yard. And instead, they opt to kick the same field goal Carlson already missed earlier in the game. I mean, it gave us a chance, but yeah.
Did you see the owner's reaction to that? I think his name is Mark Davis.
To the field goal or what? Or the win?
Oh, when they kicked the field goal, he like, I don't know. He was up in the press box with his like girlfriend who was like half his age.
He looked like he was about to smack her upside the head.
He is ugly, bro. He has got to be one of the ugliest guys I've ever seen in my life.
I love how he commits to that haircut, though.
It is the haircut. Justice.
Yeah.
I think that was most of the highlights.
Colts won.
I'm looking. Yeah, Colts won. That was big.
Chargers were on bye, so that's a win.
Steelers upset the Ravens. That was interesting. Bengals got back on track. Joe Burrow and Jamar, like you said earlier.
Shiesty looked really, really good again.
Joe Burrow.
Falcons beat the Texans. Falcons beating the Texans is kind of, I don't know if it means the Falcons are middle. I think they're pretty evenly balanced, but people were riding really high on the Texans.
Ritter at home is undefeated.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't get it. I guess playing at home.
It's weird stat. It's a weird stat, yeah.
But, I don't know. That team still doesn't.
No, but they're winning games.
Yeah.
They have a good defense.
Their
defense keeps them in games, and Ritter's doing just enough, it seems like.
Yeah, Ritter's barely hanging on.
Pitts was kind of involved for the first time all season. I think he was like 7 for 70 or something like that, 6 for 60.
7 for 87.
Most he's been involved.
They're running 2 tight end sets with Bijan.
John is the leading receiver on that team in the yards and receptions. It's crazy. And Pitts is 2, and then they got 2 running backs at over 30 carries. They're running like the most old school football you've ever seen.
Bijan looks very, very good.
He has a
He does.
juke highlight every week.
Every week.
Did that one
Andy's
like,
room juke highlight.
behind the back catch was pretty sick.
Did you guys see the Andy's room juke highlight from the London game last week when it was on
Yep.
Disney Plus?
Yep.
It's a little Andy's room juke.
That's actually sick. I'd be so hyped up as a kid, like watching that. I feel like,
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
the claw coming down and placing the ball down for the first down
Yeah,
marker was pretty
Slinky.
sweet.
I was loving Slinky. I loved seeing all the players' favorite foods and favorite Toy Story characters, and Zerg was just lurking the whole time. I'm like, bro, I'm a grown man loving this shit, bro.
Zerg is just a classic villain. Zerg might be sneaky top 5 villain of all time. That's a hot
Top
take. That might be a
Top
hot
5.
take, but Zerg
That
is sick.
Falcons linebacker called his coach Zerg. Like, what? What are you doing, bro? This is gonna get fired.
Sneaky taking shots.
What? All right.
And on that note, let's hop into this week's slate.
What just happened? That was so loud. Yeah, Thursday night game. We got Broncos at KC in 10.5 point. Wow, 10.5 point line. I mean,
Who's taking the Broncos?
I think it's gonna be closer than you guys think, but Chiefs pull out.
Money line, Chiefs, Broncos cover. I like the under. Divisional primetime games go under like 60% of the time. Yeah. That's my Kelsey isn't 100%, but who knows? He came back. Taylor Swift might have kissed his little ankle. You know, he'll be okay. So we'll see. But yeah, that's I think Broncos cover, KC wins, and it's the under.
AC wins.
Yeah, Casey wins.
yeah, I'm gonna go KC too. Everyone pick one touchdown scorer from this game, so we can.
Pacheco.
Judy.
I'm gonna go weird one. I'm gonna go MVS gets his first of the season.
Yeah, the do factor. Probably Kelsey is the easy one.
Broutman.
Oh,
Yeah, Dan Gray. Give me some Danny Gray. Kelsey's a decoy. Tight end 2 is the one that's actually running routes.
he's been very involved. Like
Yeah,
Kelsey's not been on the field as much this year. Like they're just
Getting
giving him more
older.
breaks. Yeah, for sure, giving him more breaks.
34.
But when he's in, it's like there's plays designed specifically around him.
They got to keep him healthy because if he's not playing, Swift ain't going to the games and bringing money to the league. You know,
Okay.
A lot of primetime games out of them.
it's all a business. It's all business.
It is a business.
All 5 are on the Chiefs, right? Is that what we went with? All right, we
Yes,
got,
sir.
ooh,
Yes, sir.
Where's this game? Is this game in London too? Ravens Titans.
No.
Where's that one at?
No, the
London.
London game. Yeah, Ravens Titans is London.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next week it's
The
not.
German games start. I think they're week 7 and 8 are German games, or
Okay.
8 and 9. Yeah.
Nice. So we got Ravens technically at the Titans, but it's in London. So neutral site. Ravens are 4-point favorites, and a low over under a 41.
Give me the Ravens.
Go
Two
ahead,
teams
Connor.
that run the ball a lot.
You got Ravens.
What?
What'd you say?
Yep.
You got Ravens.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that might be a very low, just run the ball every single play, a lot of punts game. Who did I actually made my picks for the first time beforehand? Like, so I gave them a little bit more thought. So
Let's go.
the first 2 weeks I was just going off the top of my head, whatever the gut was feeling in that moment. That's what I was going with.
You're researching now?
I didn't do research, but I just like went with my gut, like on the spot, and I went through and I filled out every game, and there was 2 games I was like 50-50 on. This game I just instant took Baltimore. I think Baltimore's the better team, but Tennessee also loves to do this weird thing where they just win every other game, coming off a loss. I don't know. I'm taking Baltimore though.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's going to bounce back, and I think they're going to score more points than people think. gonna go over on points. Baltimore wins.
You got it, Big P.
I mean, I think I'm going to go Tennessee here. I mean, Hopkins for the first time all year finally found his footing. Ravens offense beats themselves. Even though you say they're a run team, they don't really do that very well. I think they're going to lose this game. It'll be close and low scoring, but
That's the thing with Tennessee is they have one of the best run defenses in the league, and Baltimore should have won't beat in the Steelers last week, but Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman dropped a touchdown. Like they were just dropping balls. Mark Andrews dropped a touchdown. Like they did not look good. But I do like this as a bounce back spot for Baltimore. If you're gonna beat Tennessee, you got to beat them throwing. I don't think they're dropping these balls again. These guys are NFL receivers. Like you're in the league for a reason to catch a ball. You get paid millions to catch a ball. You know, so I like Baltimore in this game. Yeah, that's my analysis.
Good analysis.
Sweet. Was that everyone for that game?
Yep.
All right, let's rip it. We got Commanders at Falcons. Atlanta's 2.5 point favorites. Over under 42.5.
Give me.
I think Ritter gets his first L at home. I still don't believe in this Falcons team. The Commanders got banked by the Bears. So I think they're going to come out hungry, try to make a statement here and say that we're not worse than the Bears.
I like the Falcons here.
I'm also on the Falcons here.
This one's tough. It's 50-50. I don't know. I feel like the Falcons keep eking out wins, so I think we're gonna eke out this win. Falcons.
Scrabble check. I don't think that's
Grapple
a word.
check?
Yeah, Scrabble check.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Eek. How many E's are in that?
7.
Okay. I'm gonna go Falcons at home as well. We'll ride Ritter. I just don't like the Commanders. I mean, Commanders do have 2 wins though, and they took Philly to OT, but then they just get smacked by the Bears. That's weird. Weird game. Both quarterbacks I don't love. Don't love Howell. Don't love Ritter, but should be an interesting game.
And I think Howell's a better quarterback. I think he's top 10 in passing yards right now in the league.
He threw for 388 last week and lost by 20.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Ritter ain't throwing for 300.
Speaking of garbage, well, not even garbage time, but speaking of a quarterback that just is padding the stats, we got Kirk Cousins at Chicago. Vikings, Bears, battle of the 1-4 NFC North teams. Minnesota's a 2.5 point favorite. Over under 40.
no Jefferson. No Jettas.
No Jay Jettas.
KJ.
Vikings by 1 million.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Vikings as well on the road. I mean, they're still have a really good passing game, even without Jay Jettas. Like, they were still throwing the ball fine when Jay Jettas went out. Hawkinson's really good. I think Hawkinson's probably the sneaky. People aren't thinking about he's going to be getting way more target share. Osborne, obviously, and Addison will get a big increase, too. I think I actually.
You said they're in Chicago?
Yeah, in Chicago. Soldier Field.
Home dogs, though.
I think I'm gonna take the home dogs here. Chicago looked good. Dick Butkus just died.
Yes.
You know,
That is
RIP.
true. I want the Vikings to win. I want Justin Fields to come back down to earth, but I think Justin Fields is going to dominate for the 3rd week in a row, and the Bears are also going to dominate.
Wow.
Going Bears as well. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be on the team by the time Jettas gets off IR. I think he's going to lose a couple more games, and they're going to be forced to trade him for a bag of chips. So, give me the Bears here at home.
Who's the Vikings backup?
I want to say Case Keenum, but I don't think that's right. That was probably a while ago.
Nope.
No idea. That's a P question. I feel like P would might have that in his back
He's
pocket.
thinking. He's thinking over there.
It's actively Jaron Hall from BYU. They also have Nick Mullins on the squad, but he's on IR. So it'd be Jaron. I think Jaron Hall's a rookie, like a 5th-round rookie, right? Something like that.
Somebody grab him in Dynasty.
Interesting. Next game, we got Seahawks Bengals in Cincy. Cincy's a 2.5-point favorite.
I like the Bengals.
Go ahead, Connor.
I like the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow is finally starting to get back to speed. He looks a lot healthier versus the first 4 weeks of the season. And Jamar Chase finally got that game that fantasy managers have been waiting for. So I think the Bengals click again and they beat the Seahawks.
I'm on the opposite side. Oh, no. You said Bengals, Connor?
I did.
Okay, I'm tripping. No, we're on the same side. Yeah, Joe Chase, bro. He's back. Let him cook. Jamar looked really good. They probably get T. Higgins back this week, too, maybe. We'll ride Bengals. Home Alone kid. Remember Jefe? I don't know if you remember, but...
Kind of. A little bit.
Yeah, there's a TikTok out there floating around somewhere.
You told me the line, and now I'm leaning Seahawks. At least to cover. I like the 2.5. I think this is just me thinking as a sharp that people are going to love home 3-point favorite Cincinnati. So Vegas is saying this game's even.
A sharp
and they want the
who's
public.
13
The public's going to be all over Cincy.
A sharp
So-
who's 13 and 17 money line picks.
I was drunk and intoxicated last week. That doesn't count. But I'm gonna go Seattle here. I still don't believe in the Cincy team. They had one good game against the Cardinals. I mean, come on.
The Bengals launched from their rocket ship last week, and they're going to continue into space all the way until they finish their maiden journey into the playoffs. The Bengals are going to go on a run here.
Go Seattle. I think the Bengals just beat a team that gives up 500 yards a game and made Dak Prescott look good. And you got a Seahawks defense that literally had 29 fantasy points against the Giants. I think they're going to be a little bit tougher than that Cardinals team. Probably steal one against Burrow.
Against the Giants, though.
This is true.
Yeah, you can almost just like erase all the Giant games from everyone's stat sheet. It's like a free little like get right.
Hawks
game.
are still good.
Yeah.
They stopped the Lions.
I'm gonna
They
keep saying
stopped
the
that
Giants till
Lions
they win.
offense.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't like
yeah,
the Hawks.
no, oh yeah. I think the Hawks are better than people think as well. I like.
I don't know about Geno, but
yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm just
the
curious.
Hawks defense is going to give this Bengals team that struggled, 4 out of 5 games, and their one good game was against a team that's literally playing like college players.
Very true. All right,
We need to get ready.
Good to go for the next game.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it, boys. We got Niners, Browns in Cleveland. I think this is the lowest over-under of the week, 37. Niners are 7-point favorites.
Deshaun's still questionable. Didn't practice today.
Who's the backup?
It's still
Dorian.
DTR. He
Yeah.
looked terrible.
He also didn't expect to play, though.
He's coming off
Yeah,
a
no
bye
joke.
though, so like you said, he's gonna have 2 weeks of practice under his belt to get ready to lose by 30. It doesn't matter. Give me the Niners.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, I'm in. We'll ride Niners. I mean, free square again. They legitimately might go undefeated this year. They're so good.
I think the Niners need to lose one game this year, and I think it's going to be a weird, random game for no reason, and I think this is that game. Give me the Browns.
With the backup quarterback?
Yo, it's going to be weird, and it's going to happen once this season. And
I think
this is
Deshaun will play.
Yeah,
I think he'll play.
I don't
think it matters.
Yeah. I'm on San Fran, but I do like the under for this game.
Do we know if
Interesting.
Watson's getting a massage before the game or not? Because that could have major impact.
He's getting a massage before every practice and every game.
Why are the Browns 2-2 then? And why is he getting injured? He's got to have the secret sauce.
He won't stop getting massages.
Wow. I'm not gonna.
He's
Dude,
too loose.
side story. I went into just a massage parlor today, work related, and I go into this massage parlor and you couldn't even see in through the windows. I go in and this lady just spoke no English,
Oh,
and
no.
I was like shocked I didn't hear like kids screaming like in the back. There was just not good things going on in that massage parlor.
Rub and tug, baby.
Yeah. We were looking for Robbie Kraft. We were looking for Deshaun Watson. Honestly, only probably a couple hour drive from Cleveland. Wouldn't be shocked to see him making that drive. But yeah.
Why were you at a rub and tug?
Don't worry about it, boys. That's for another time.
Help them make these picks. You had to go ask them, who do I pick this week?
Next game, we got Panthers Dolphins in Miami. 13.5-point favorites against the 0-5 Panthers. 48.5 over under.
Let me go first. I say it every week. I'll continue to say it every week. The Panthers will not win a game under Frank Reich. I don't know what they were thinking hiring that guy, but as long as the Panthers have Frank Reich, they won't win a single game. I'm calling it.
Yep. This one's easy. Panthers might go defeated. Me Dolphins.
Worst coach in the league.
Honestly, I think this game's gonna be closer than people think, and I think the Panthers cover. Dolphins are still gonna win, but I think the Dolphins aren't as good as people think. They just have a very, very good offense that's super flashy.
You should take the Panthers.
I'm okay. We got to grind these numbers back up, boys. We got to show who's who in these standings.
I'm taking Miami as well.
Yeah, me too.
Sweet. All right, Connor, here you go. Your game, big fella, little fella, big little fella.
Me?
We got Colts Jags in Jacksonville. Jaguars are 4-point favorites, over under 45.5.
Minshew revenge game.
Yep, exactly. I'll go first here. I know P's gonna have a lot to say about this, but Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, it's like he was born there, man. He's gonna show out. He's gonna show up, and surprise player of the week here is gonna be Zach Moss. Jonathan Taylor's back, his second week back, but if you watched last week, Jonathan Taylor barely did anything. I think he had like 3 or 4 carries. Zach Moss is, I think, RB4 for the year and RB2 last week. He's going to continue to eat up this Jacksonville's defense. And watch out for Josh Downs, too. Minshew loves Josh Downs, so I'd expect him to have a big game.
He had a nice big catch last week, I saw.
He did.
Deep one.
Nice.
All right, Josh Downs has the downs, boys. Goes catchless this game. Hot take. No, I'm just kidding. I know almost nothing about Josh Downs. He's small, right? He looks small.
Yeah, he's
I don't
like
know if he's actually
5'9"
small.
or something
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go Jags at home. T-Law looked really good against the Bills. Been overseas the last 2 weeks, so maybe adjust to a little jet lag. And I think the Colts. I don't know. JT, like, he had all that time off. I thought he was gonna get fed last week after he just got paid. It was kind of surprising to see him not get fed. I'd be surprised if he has like under 10 carries in this game. They gotta start getting him involved, even though Zach Moss is looking good.
I don't know if they're trying to ease him into it or if they're trying to teach him a lesson here. But I got the Jaguars as well. Trevor Lawrence turned it on last week. Hopefully, we'll see if he continues that.
We'll leave the P rivalry for the end here. What's the stat? The home team in this rivalry has won the last whatever games. So
that was going on for I think 6 years, maybe. I could be wrong on that. And then when we played them this year, we ended that streak there. We lost. That's what I'm saying.
Got it.
no, I'm sorry. I'll go Jags again. Jags sweep them in the division.
I'm going to go Jags as well.
P
Watch
versus
out for
Connor
that.
duel. Interesting.
That's it.
I don't want to get into it. I could ride, Trevor's D if I really wanted to, but there's no fun in it. I mean, it's just coming off a win against Buffalo where they showed they can keep that team kind of bottled. And with a team like Indy with Minshew at quarterback who has 2 running backs and they want to run first, you can run the ball a lot, but when you get down 21-0, you're asking Minshew to throw it. I don't think it's going to go well. So I'm like, I got Jags by like 3 touchdowns, a lot.
But even
Indy's been staying in games this year for no reason, and they're about to get exposed.
one reason only, Anthony Richardson, but he's gone this week. He's put on IR. Might be done for the season if he gets the surgery. But I will say, even though I think the Colts are going to win, watch out for Calvin Ridley and watch out for ETN in the receiving game. They're going to lock him up rushing, but he might have a big game receiving, and then Calvin Ridley's going to tear us apart.
Wait, can we clip that? Let's clip that. He's going to lock up ATN rushing with his 396 yards.
Colts have like one of the best rushing defenses in the league, though.
Bro.
DeForest Buck. What do you throw for it?
I'm just going to clip it right now.
Whip it. And then post this after each game goes for like 45 rushing yards on 20 carries.
I can't
That'd be
wait for
nice.
the group chat on Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's probably gonna be the game. I mean, Packers are on bye this week, so no Packer game to watch this week. I think that's probably the game I'm watching at 1:00 just for this beef.
Every week, baby.
I mean, it's a big week for you guys. You guys have kind of been. Week 1, you went at it. Last week, you guys kind of.
I mean, if the Colts lose this, there's no. I mean, if you get swept by Jacksonville before like going into week 7, you're 0-2 against Jacksonville. You just don't have a shot. I mean, Colts are literally playing for the division this week, so.
Maybe you guys should do a little side bet, wear each other's jerseys or something. Loser wears the other team's jersey.
I
We
will
have to
never.
make out. All right, wait.
Loser has to make out with the winner.
Pause.
Pause. We're gonna be doing that anyway, so.
Loser has to be Little Spoon.
Oh shit.
All right. On to the next, boys. We got Saints Texans in Houston. Saints are 1.5 point favorites.
Another home dog.
Another home dog. Very
Who's home?
close.
Houston.
Houston's home.
Who did the Texans just play last week?
Tennessee. No. Yes.
They
No.
lost, they lost a close one to
Yes.
Tennessee.
So they played the Falcons.
Tennessee. Yeah, my bad.
Falcons?
No, the Colts played Tennessee last week.
Yeah, it was the Falcons. The Falcons beat Houston.
Yeah, it was the Falcons.
Was the
Texans.
Falcons.
Okay.
They threw my parlay.
Nice.
That's normal. Connor, who you
start
got?
us off. Oh, Connor can start us off.
I think I said Texans. Who's home? Texans?
Texans.
Yeah, just because of that, I'll take the Texans. Watch out for Tank Dell. He's going to eat.
Why Tank Dell?
I don't know. I mean,
What college did he go to?
it doesn't matter. He's 5'8", 105 pounds, but that boy.
All right, boys, let us know who wins this fantasy trade. Connor and Josh just made a big trade in our Dynasty League. Just straight up Tank Dell for Gabe Davis. Josh is getting Gabe Davis. Connor's getting Tank Dell. Who wins?
We'll see. Only time can tell.
I think in the next weeks, I think Josh wins this trade by having Gabe Davis. But I think a year from now, Tank Dell's just going to be a monster.
If he's had like 3 touchdowns in 3 straight weeks.
You can't keep. That's why you got to sell him while he's hot, man.
Or drop it like it's hot.
You want to do that for us?
I was saying you should because you dropped him like he was hot. I missed what you said, but I am also taking the Texans. The Saints' defense is good, but the Saints don't have an offense. I don't know if they're going to figure that out at some point, but it's not going to happen this week. Texans at home.
I like the Saints. I think they're going to win their division, even though Tampa looks decent, but Tampa's going to lose to Detroit this week. So, but yeah, I like the Saints here.
This is a weird one. The Saints coming off a 34-point shutout on the road. It just seems like a trap. Like they want me to pick New Orleans here, but I think I'm going to pick New Orleans here. But it just feels like such a trap taken against Houston at home when Shaw's been doing so well. And I think the Saints are kind of frauds, but I think they do win this one. I just don't know. I feel like I'm getting trapped.
I agree with Jefe a lot. I'm on the same side. I think the Saints are a lot better than they've let on. They've looked really bad, but I think at some point their offense is just so talented they got to get it together. Like Derek Carr's like a good facilitator. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I mean, he reminds me a lot of like Kirk Cousins vibes, where he can put up numbies. Kamara, Olave, Michael Thomas. There's so much talent. They got to figure it out some way or another. Taysom Hill, if you count him as talent, he's like 40, but like you can
Kamara's
count him a
back
little
now.
bit. Yeah, he's not
Had
bad.
2 touchdowns last week, so
Someone take the Saints on the road. That's a tough
Same.
game to pick, though.
it is a tough one.
That's a big swing game too, because if the Texans win, they'll be 3-3, and the Saints will be 3-3. But if the Saints win,
There's a
they're
lot of
4-2. Yeah, it's a big
There's a
swing
lot of
game.
those.
All right, boys, we're through the 1:00 games. We're cruising. Let's go Patriots at Raiders. Las Vegas is 3-point favorites at home. 41.5 over under.
I think the streak continues. Patriots. I don't know. This one's going to be close. I think closer than people think. I mean, the spread's 3.5, like you said, so it's not that much. But I do think this game comes down to the wire. But after watching the Raiders last week, after picking against them, I think the Raiders win.
The Raiders confirmed to me when they played the Pack last week just how bad they were and how dumb they are on top of it. As bad as the Patriots are, I think the Patriots are just a better team. I mean, the only, there's 2 players on the Raiders that, scare me at all, and it's Devontae and Max Crosby. I mean, Jacoby Myers had a good game, too. And Jacoby Myers' revenge game.
Josh. You don't like Josh Jacobs?
Not this year. Not running the ball. I think he has, the lowest yards per carry, and he's had, the most carries in the NFL.
He's
2 carries for 235.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Josh Jacobs, he's good. He's young, but he's just defenses are stacking the box because they're making Jimmy G throw. And, I mean, Tay had 4 targets last week in a revenge game. He just cannot be happy about that. He already wanted to trade, and you're going against your former team, and Jimmy G is not going to feed you. They, asked him about it after the game. They're like, why do you think you only got 4 targets? Is it because you were doubled the whole game? And he's like, if I was not being thrown the ball because I was doubled, or he said, basically he was like, if they're not going to throw me the ball when I'm doubled, I'll have 20 catches this entire season. So he's basically like, it doesn't matter how many people are on me. Get me the ball.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to pass.
I also got the Patriots. I think the Raiders are a terrible team. The Patriots have a good defense, and Bill Belichick's feeling the heat. So he's going to get him back on track this week and keep his job another week. Not that he's going to get fired in the middle of the season or anything, but...
Is Judon playing? Is Judon back? I know he's hurt last week.
I want to say he's out a while. Cannot confirm nor deny.
I know Gonzalez is out, but they just re-signed J.C. Jackson, which he did nothing with the Chargers, but he made his money with the Patriots. So either Belichick knows how to use him and Staley doesn't, but Staley doesn't know how to coach anyway. I like the Patriots here. The Raiders, they have a good pass rush. Mac Jones is great at passing. I think we see Ramondre have a good game here, and
Ramondre.
we see a Patriots win.
So if I think I'm gonna go, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Raiders. I mean, as good as I think Ramondre is, his carries, if you look, it was 80%, 60%. Last week, Zeke actually has a higher percentage now in that offense. I think they just don't have the good, it's just not good coaching. I mean, Bill O'Brien is the worst coach / team build I've ever seen, and they hired him to try to fix Mac Jones, and he just made Mac Jones look worse, which I didn't know was possible. And then your head coach is just yeah, he's still our guy. 2 consecutive weeks where he's not, you're losing by so much that you pull your starter, but he's still your starter. That's not going to happen much longer. So this is a big game for Mac, and I'm very curious to see how he responds. But I think that the Raiders probably win this one.
Doesn't matter who's running the ball because the Raiders' run defense sucks. Every team has been running all over them this season. So
Mac is so unlikable too. He reminds me a little bit of like Grayson Allen in the
Yes.
NBA. I get that
Yes.
vibe from him.
Yeah.
Like last year's Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
People were happy when Zappy was in. They're like, Zappy's a guy I can cheer for.
It's just a
the
sick
last
name, too.
dude.
Yeah.
Zappy.
It is.
It's a football
It's
name, for
electrifying. It's electrifying.
Love it. We got Cardinals Rams in LA. 48.5 over under. Rams are 7-point favorites at home.
48 points. That's a lot of points.
When you got Puka and Cup, the boys are
Both
putting
getting
up
10 targets a
numbies.
game.
Both eating. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jamar just had, what, like 200 yards or 150 yards or something? Yeah, I think Staff and Cup are going to have that white-on-white, prime against the Cardinals.
And Stafford
Keep
and
the
Puka.
Rams.
White on white.
Pretty sure Puka's Hawaiian or
I'm just
something.
playing.
He's
Yeah.
Islander.
His name's Puka.
he's not.
This guy can't be white. Not buying it.
He's from Salt Lake City, I think. And he went to some school
BYU.
over there.
Don't say
Yeah.
BYU.
Yeah.
Some
That's
school
probably
in
the
Utah.
whitest. That's the whitest school in America.
I know. But his name is Puka.
Puka.
I'm going Rams too. I just don't know. I like the Cardinals. They play tough, but they're like that team that plays tough all year and then doesn't win a game. So does it really matter how hard you try when you just don't have the personnel?
When's Kyler back? Week 8?
No,
Never.
never. I'm hearing I'm hearing that it's like a Matt Ryan situation. If they play him and he gets hurt, it's guaranteed money. They're not going to play him and they're going to get rid of him because it's more of a risk to play him and have him re-tear his ACL and then have to keep paying him money. So I actually have heard never. I've heard he's not going to be a Cardinal.
Kyler Murray's gone.
Yep.
He's gonna be playing Call of Duty.
Buddy's
I mean,
milking
with Call
this
of Duty
ACL.
season-
Buddy tore his ACL on purpose just so he can grind COD.
It's almost back out. 1 month from now, MW3 is coming out. You think Kyler wants to be back for that?
Yeah, no plays.
I got Rams as well.
I want to say Cardinals, but I'm going Rams. Got to be smart here. Can't stop the dynamic duo between Cup and Puka. My white man, Puka.
My white man.
This is a divisional game, too. So divisional games are always weird.
Who wants it more? I don't know. The Cardinals just don't have a lot of talent on paper either, but they're just scrappy. They're just hanging in games.
Keep in mind, James Conner's not there though.
He's out.
now.
Yeah, he's
So-
on IR.
and
4 weeks.
he was carrying them.
Yeah, he was actually really good. It's weird because the one guy, something with Damon something, Demon or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's picking him up, but he's number 2 on the roster right now, is what they're saying, and that he's not starting.
Is Keontae Ingram though, right?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be like a 50-50
I think
split.
Keontae, I think, had a big game last week when James missed time.
I think it was the other one had a big game. He had a touchdown and maybe. They
Well,
both
last
did.
week. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
last year though, Keontae, because
okay,
Keontae's been around for a minute in that Arizona offense.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know.
I drafted him in Dynasty.
Yeah, no, I was looking today to see if that other guy was available. I was like, oh, he's Big P's got him. Interesting. I skipped the
Sharp.
other guy. Just why not? Just in case.
Yeah.
But-
No, I mean it's smart.
Well, that was everyone for Rams Cardinals, right?
Well, who did you land on there? Rams again?
Yeah, I took Rams.
Okay, cool.
Rams
Eagles
sweep.
Jets in New York. Philly -7.
Philly.
I want to pick against Philly every week. Something inside of me.
Sauce is hurt, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Sauce is hurt.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think
I
I got Eagles. I got Eagles. That's what I'm saying. I think Eagles, either Sauce is playing or not. I don't care. Give me Philly.
Philly. Yeah, I don't know,
Philly's
man.
easy.
What do you say, Josh?
Philly,
You got Philly?
Philly keeps playing these tight games for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason,
It's
but they win them.
funny.
That's what they're doing. They're playing
Yeah.
tight games because they know they'll win them. They're like, if we
They're-
can win games this way, then let's do it.
They want to build grit. They don't want to. They don't want to
They
dominate.
want to
like
be
they
the
did.
Lions.
It's gonna be the Eagles.
The Jets are fighting for their life in this game. They're 2-3 right now, and they're just trying to stay like afloat in case Rodgers just has the most miraculous heel off of all time, like, and comes back this season. Did you see like all the comments he's making? Like,
I've seen the surgery. I saw like a video of what they do, and it's actually kind of crazy. And I'm like starting to believe that he's coming back. He was on crutches 6 weeks before. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. He's on crutches 6 weeks before anyone else is on crutches after an Achilles injury.
Like, he's the closest thing to a superhero we've ever seen. I'm not even convinced Rodgers is like human.
Let's
Like,
go.
If there's one alien plant like on the planet, like this guy already saw aliens once. It's got to be him. Like, if the Jets just need to stay afloat. I mean, I said all that, and it's hard to pick against the 5-0 Eagles. And on my little spreadsheet thing that I picked the games earlier, I picked the Jets. But guess what, boys? We got one. No, we picked the Eagles on the thing. Misspoke. But boys,
Okay.
We got half of a happy dad in us. We're feeling frisky. I just talked myself into picking the Jets in this game at home.
Zach Wilson's coming alive.
Let's ride.
Right.
I kind of like the Jets too.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
now,
Oh,
Jefe, don't do it. Don't do it, Jefe.
No, I gotta get my record up, right? So I'm gonna go Eagles. And but if the Jets do stay competitive, it's gonna be a Conklin Wilson masterclass.
nice.
Because Brees Hall's not gonna do anything.
Whoa. Brees Hall's him, bro.
Eagles run defense. I mean, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are just huge. They are massive.
Brees Hall, you can't even see Brees Hall, bro. He's just hiding behind the lineman and he's gone. You don't even know where he went.
Oof. Gone.
I'm still going Eagles here, but yeah. I think I'll say the Jets cover. We'll take the Jets cover.
It's a lot of points. 7 points.
GD.
A little too many points if you ask me. All right, we got Lions, Bucks. What are you saying, Connor?
I just want to clarify. I'm on the Eagles here. I just want to clarify.
Okay. Sweet. My bad if I didn't get you in there.
No, you're good. I said it in the beginning. I just didn't elaborate.
Okay. We got Lions, Bucks in Tampa. Lions are 3.5-point favorites, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I guess it's in Tampa, but I thought they were going to be favored by more here.
Give me
Emmanuel Mosley.
If the Lions win, I'm going to don the Lions shiesty next week for the pod.
If the Lions win, you're doing what?
I'm going to don the Lions shiesty.
What does that mean?
You're gonna wear Joe Burrow?
You don't know what a shiesty is?
The blue ski mask.
Yeah, or what's his name? CJ Gardner was wearing it.
Yeah,
the
0 for 1
and then
he
he's
promoted
done
it
for the
and tore his
season.
ACL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That guy's a bum.
I'll wear it for 2 seconds.
You can't do it, Connor. You're a Colts fan. You're not allowed.
I'm allowed to. I live in Detroit.
Like you'll be
Hey,
shot
wait, you
on
guys
sight.
smell that? You guys smell that? Smells like a W coming straight out of the baker's oven. Give me Tampa.
Yeah,
Is Mike Evans playing?
It's questionable.
he should. Coming off bye,
Sit
he's
him
had 2
out.
weeks to rest.
You don't even want Mike Evans, B?
Rashad White, 200 yards.
Wow. Rushing or total?
Total. Receiving, rushing.
Let's not get crazy here.
Make Jack Campbell's white, slow ass run to the sideline.
Love
Yeah, Lions are banged up. They just lost Emmanuel Mosley for the year too. We don't know
How
if
many players?
Ross playing. Jameer didn't practice. You know, the Lions are banged up right now, and they just came off a blowout win against the Panthers. They're happy. You
This
know,
is
they're
not Carolina.
relaxed. They're flying. They're flying to Tampa, and I think Tampa wins at home.
I like that. A complacent Lions team losing on the road. That's actually sharp, Jeff. I like that.
The double dogs up top. Wow.
They're
Love it. What you got,
I like
Josh?
I like the Lions this week. They've been looking good. I think they continue to look good. They got an explosive D line. We'll see what happens. I think there will be some explosive things happening from that defensive line this week.
We got double dogs. We got explosives. There's just a lot going on, boys. P and Jefe almost convinced me to take the Bucks, but I mean, let's just stick to the script, boys. We went off script once. We made these picks for a reason before the pod.
You think the script is Lions dub?
I think the script is Lions dubs. I mean, honestly, this is a typical Lions just like lose game, and I'm cheering against Lions. I hope I'm wrong.
I've seen this game.
It might be even more funny to just watch the Lions lose like 1 or 2 games the entire regular season and then just lose first round that they play in the playoffs, and that might just actually be hilarious.
That could be funny. That could be funny.
So I'm like torn. I'm like Lions fans are starting to step on my toes. I'm receiving texts from numbers I don't even have saved in my phone chirping me about the Packers. Like, what are we doing
from 10 years
here?
ago?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even have your number saved, bud. Like, who's the real loser here? That's got to be the most disrespectful thing to send back to someone. Like, when they, like, send you a text, like, talking to you, and you're just like, who is this? Like, you just already lost. Like, you thought you won coming at me first? No. I don't even have your number saved, bud.
Jake doing the preseason Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't know. But we'll take the Lions. What do you got, B? P, you look like you're cooking something up over there.
I've like actually just never been so like convinced that the Bucks are going to win this football game. Like, I mean, they beat the Saints 26-9. Then they go into a bye week. They're rested. The Lions are banged up. 4-1, first time they're hearing the noise. You know, Dan Campbell's like business as normal. They got their hard hats on. They're smashing their head against the wall, losing brain cells. I mean, they just have never been in this situation before.
They don't know how to celebrate. It's bizarre. Like, Lions fans in Lambeau didn't know like what to do with their hands when they won. Like, they were just like flailing around in Lambeau's lobby, just like walking in circles, like starting random chants. They didn't know what to do. They're like, do we leave the stadium? Do we have to stay here? What's happening? Like, what do we do? Like, guys, yeah, you got to go home to your family. Time to leave the stadium. It's 4 hours after the game. There's a reason there's janitors walking around the stadium.
I am 0-1 when I pick against the Lions, though, so I'd like that noted.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Everyone good on that game?
Yeah, I'm gonna prediction for the game. I think Baker Mayfield blows out a kneecap.
You
can't even. You're making injury predictions. That's like unethical, bro.
Straight into Dan Campbell's mouth.
I predict Baker Mayfield gets in a car crash the night before. Like, what are we doing? What kind of predictions are these?
Military guys putting hits out on people on the pod.
Yo, Baker's gonna get in a crash. They're gonna roll this clip back.
That's
wild.
It blows out a.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know what.
Oh, wow. What wild. Absolutely wild.
Knee, baby.
Repeat that one more time. You cut out, Connor.
It's probably best left unsaid.
Okay. I heard something about Aiden Hutchinson.
He and kneecaps is what he's saying.
Hutchinson runs like Wario.
Yeah.
No, he runs like Waluigi.
Yeah.
Waluigi.
It's me, Waluigi.
It's me, Waluigi.
I do hate watching him pass rush. I don't know what about it.
I just hate him in person. Like,
I just don't like his family.
Dude, his sister is like the hottest girl I've ever seen, dog.
If we're putting hits out on people, can we take out the Hutchinson family while we're at it?
It's because the sunglasses you're wearing. You gotta get better glasses, bud.
Miss Michigan, hit me up.
Jesus.
I'll leave my girlfriend of 7 years.
You gotta respect that. She's got to
Gotta
take that
put-
into consideration.
We got to
There's no,
put this on video. This is on
Well,
video
I'll tag
now.
her.
So.
Yeah, we'll make a TikTok. We'll get her tagged. There's no way that doesn't like. That's gotta show up on her radar. Leaving your girlfriend of 7 years and
It's
just
gonna
for,
do-
I mean, it's gotta raise some attention. Yeah, love that. Shoot your shot, P. All right, what are we doing right now? We're picking Sunday. Are we on Sunday Night Football?
We're on the night game. Yep.
Let's do it, boys. Giants, Bills. Bills are 14-point favorites at home.
14.
It's a lot of points.
That is so many points.
Bills.
And I think they do it.
Keep it easy. Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
Bills, too easy.
I want to say Stephon Diggs 2 touchdowns.
He's been
Gabe
cooking.
Davis. Gabe Davis is going to get 16 touchdowns this week. I'm telling you guys for sure. Lock it in.
I'm going
Okay.
James Cook 100 yards because it's going to be over like the Seattle game was, and you're just not going to hit any of your touchdown receiving parlays or your over on passing and receiving yards because the game's just going to be so over. So take a running backs over instead.
Jefe, Saquon's back. Are we riding him again?
Is he back
Yeah, I
officially?
saw that one
No.
coming.
He's not officially
He's not
back.
even back officially yet.
But he's probably back. Like he's
probably back.
getting the start in the fantasy lineup, and we got he's in the flex. We got Wandale
Yes.
Robinson. Is that it?
He's good.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
him cooking just in case like Saquon's a scratch. We'll see what happens.
Trying to give me Saquon for Cup.
Saquon
dude.
limited practice today.
What do you boys think about that trade? Saquon for Cup?
Do it.
I would definitely
Yeah.
take Cup
I want
all
Cup.
day.
Yeah. Cup. Yeah,
Yeah,
give
I
me
wanted Cup. I also offered Keenan Allen for Cup.
What did I
And
give
Josh
you? What did
Allen
I
for Cup.
give
That's
Saquon
insane.
for?
I also
forget,
offered Josh
Jake.
Allen for Cup.
What
don't have a
did I give you? What did I give you? Because I started with Saquon, right? And
Yeah.
I slid you Saquon.
You gave
Whoa.
me 2 bums. Actually, one of them was Cole Kmet, who's been hot. I dropped Cole Kmet though, because I just have Kelsey. But you gave me Cole Kmet, Sky Moore, and Saquon. I gave you Christian Watson, Brian Robinson, and a third. I don't know who the third was.
Brian's not on the squad anymore.
Yeah, moves.
Brian and Dat.
Yeah.
The moves have been real. Yeah.
It kind of worked out. It worked out for both of us because the week I got Saquon, he dropped like 30 for me, but then he's been out the last like 2-3
He'll be
weeks.
back.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back. But you just got Watson
Nice.
back, and Robinson's been good in the meantime. But you traded him, so I don't know.
All right, next game.
We're all on the Bills. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Bills.
Monday night, boys Chargers.
Yep. Dallas 2.5-point favorites.
I want to hear
On the
Jeff's
road.
thoughts.
Road
Jeff, give
dogs.
us your thoughts.
This is the highest over under the week. It's got to be right.
Oh, wait,
51?
let me pull a Connor, right?
It's 51.
Pull a
Yeah.
Connor. I gotta.
Oh,
He's
go
back.
Oh, that's gross, bro. That's actually clean
He's
as
back.
hell, man. He's back. That's so clean.
He's back.
Chargers have some of the cleanest jerseys in the NFL.
Even their whites, those are
Mhm.
clean.
I know. I'm gonna get a Herbert powder blue.
Oh, that would be nice. I love the pouties.
But I mean, I gotta be biased here, so I'm gonna go Chargers. But I think the Cowboys are gonna try to come out and make a statement. Micah Parsons is scary, and I mean, if you're gonna beat the Chargers, you have a good pass rush. Dak's gonna have a comeback game. Pollard hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1. Like,
Notes.
but
Love Pollard
I
anytime
gotta-
touchdown. Love that.
I gotta go there. I gotta go the Chargers here. Coming off rest. If there's one prop I like Pollard touchdown, but I also like Eckler's receptions with no Mike Williams. I think he averages like 5 receptions a game
There's
with
an
him
night in
out
KC.
and Keenan
I
playing.
like the Chiefs
So,
to put.
Yeah, I'm on the Chargers. Even though I just praised the Cowboys, but yeah.
I think the Cowboys are slightly unhappy with the way they played last week, so I think they're gonna come out and beat the Chargers. Chargers are good though. I like both teams. Cowboys are gonna win though.
Oh wait, one more thing. Kellen Moore revenge game, huh?
Facts.
Love that. Love that.
Oh.
Did not even know that. How did I not know that? Jeez.
Offensive coordinators don't get revenge games, but
Mike McCarthy's calling plays.
Daniel Hackett, what do you mean?
Love that. Wow. Great insight. Great insight. I'm taking the Chargers at home. Got to ride with Jefe. It's not often we get to ride with Jefe with some rogue picks over there, but when you can ride with Jefe, you got to ride with Jefe. It's just a fun time.
The Chargers are a fun team.
They are a fun team. They're probably one of the most fun teams in the NFL. Them and the Dolphins.
literally. I'm going to go Chargers as well. Similar to the Eagles, have a tough time picking Dallas, but it's a lot easier to pick against them when Dak throws 3 picks the week before. So I'm confidently taking the Chargers. I want to go Quentin Johnson breakout game, but they might not even need to. Keenan Allen definitely scores a touchdown and gets 100 yards for sure. Quentin Johnson might do the same. So.
Yeah, Big P took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say Quentin Johnson, my breakout game here. But yeah, I'm going Chargers.
We're doing a podcast. Callie just is not getting the hint. I don't want to talk to her. She's just standing over me. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Say hi to the podcast.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Callie, who you got in the Chargers Cowboys?
Yeah, who you got, Callie, in the Chargers Cowboys game? You got to make a pick now.
What?
Chargers Cowboys game. Who wins? Pick one.
Cowboys.
Okay, Callie's riding the Cowboys.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right, I feel even more
you.
confident.
Callie hasn't
I'm
picked
honestly
a
so
single
surprised
team
that you
wrong.
guys are riding Chargers. I'm like,
I've been against the boys literally every week since we've done the podcast. You're not going to hear a good thing come out of my mouth about Dak. He could have a good game, but he can have a good game, but he's bad to the level of like it's not his fault. Like he was just born, So
the Dak slander.
Connor, who are you on in this game? Have you picked yet? You're on the Chargers? Okay.
he liked Quentin Johnson as well.
Josh is the only one on the boys.
Wow.
I like it.
Oh,
I'm gonna make it round here.
we
I'm gonna
them
make
boys.
it nice.
Yeah, we're all
And
taking
I'm
the
gonna
dog
make it
minus Josh.
Right.
Love it.
Dog.
We're through the picks,
There's a lot of
boys.
home dogs.
A lot of
3
home
home
dogs. A lot of home dogs this week.
Crazy. 4 home dogs.
That's the whole slate.
Yeah.
That's the whole slate. We got buys now, so it's what, 14 games? Yeah.
Can
Oh
we
no,
do our,
that's 15 games. Packers Steelers buys this week.
Should we do our locks of the week?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
kind of took a long time with the picks.
Yeah, we can do that quick. I mean, there's not my segment's quick. I mean, it's not much.
Yeah,
but
we can just cook through. I don't really have anything. So
Let's do locks of the week. We got to keep up with locks of the week. I'm 1-1. Anthony Richardson got hurt, so I missed my my second one. But my lock of the week is Quentin Johnson touchdown.
what was mine
Wow.
last week? Can you
Old.
educate me?
I
Do
don't know.
you
was
have
that?
them right? You don't
The
know.
locks of the week, I haven't. I'll just kind of go off
Oh.
what you guys are telling me. I didn't
Okay.
write any of those down. I'm 0-2.
I'm 0-2.
Hefe's 0-2.
I'm 1-1,
Locks.
boys.
Okay, nice. What'd you hit last week, Josh?
Josh Jacobs touchdown.
Nice.
This week I got Tony Pollard touchdown.
I like that. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. I like that a lot.
Yep.
So, locks of the week standings, Connor and Josh are 1-1. I'm 0-2. Jeff's 0-2. Big P was 0-1 going into last week. I don't know what he had for last week.
I don't know what I had. I'm trying to look.
Okay, so P might be 1-1, might be 0-2. Anyone else got their lock of the week ready to fire here?
That's everybody, right?
Did everyone make theirs?
No,
right? I haven't made
I
mine.
haven't made one.
I don't
I
know
haven't
if he's
made
made
one.
Well,
I don't
Josh
have
took
one.
mine.
I don't
No.
have one ready.
So you guys are riding together on that?
Yes, sir. As soon as he was talking about Tony Pollard earlier, I was like, I got to get my lock of the week out before he does.
I
I mean, if we can, if we're allowing that, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I'll go. Yeah.
As long as it's genuinely random.
We'll allow it, yeah. Why not? Boys can ride together.
Big P, you want to get in on Tony Pollard touchdown?
No,
I'm
dude, I'm
tempted,
staying
honestly.
far away from Dallas offense.
They have been awful in the red zone, but the Chargers just have no defense. So
I mean, they actually bottled up Josh Jacobs pretty good. I mean, like you said, he's having a bad year, but you got to respect.
You got your lock,
I,
P?
I,
Or you want me to
yeah,
go?
I'm probably going over. I don't know what it is. King Henry yards. I'm guessing it's probably like high 60s, low 70s. I'll go over Derrick Henry yards against the Ravens in London.
I like
His
that.
legs are shot.
Hmm?
His legs are shot. Old man. Hits
Yeah.
caught up.
You keep speaking that speak. He'll get that all in one run.
Speaking that speak.
Speaking that speak, brother.
Clip this and just cut to Derrick Henry 80-yard run. Or
Yeah,
clip this
literally.
and Derrick Henry has like 2 carries and Tajay Spears is
Yeah.
him.
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting. All right, my lock of the week. I'm just still on a tear of everything I pick dating back to last year. Like my last 6 picks have all gotten hurt for whenever I throw out a lock. So you can't injure a whole team. So we're gonna go Saints money line. That's gonna be the lock. Let's get back on track. Let's get on the board here, boys. Like, what are we doing? What are we combined? We're so bad combined locks of the week. Like, we're so
I actually
bad.
hit some bets last week.
We're so bad. But Hefe hit a 2 to win 170
Yeah.
on the Packer game. He just had the
There you
script.
I read that game like a book.
Ben. All right, should we get into our, if anyone's got any segments prepared? I know I got one. I think Josh has one. Mine's going to be super quick.
I
I
got
don't
a
have one.
huge segment.
Mine is just sideline stories, super quick. We've already touched on a lot of them already. Every week, I'm just going to tell you anyone who's got a revenge game, anyone who has a birthday on the game, like on the day of the game, and then any deaths that could affect the game. Like any extra motivation, you know? Like Favre loses his dad, throws for 4 tutties. Like Dick Puck gets passes, the Bears actually win a game. Like that type of stuff, you know? So for revenge games this week, we got Jacoby Myers versus the Pats. We got Jamison Crowder versus the Giants. Taylor Heineke versus Washington, even though he's the backup. Maybe a little. He's got insight on the game, you know? Maybe he's stealing
Maybe
the
he gets
signals.
in.
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe
he
he does
gets
get in. Yeah, maybe. We got Minshew versus the Jags, and we got Kellen Moore versus Dallas. Shout out Jefe for Kellen Moore. Didn't even have that on the list. Birthdays. Honestly, I thought there would be way more birthdays every week, across the whole NFL. Like, how many players are on active rosters on each team? Like, what, 53 times 32? That's a lot of people. Thought there'd be more birthdays. We got some bum birthdays. We got Blaine Gabbert and Tyler Croft.
Woo! Oh, well, take it easy with the Blaine slander. All right, he's got a ring.
Wow. Love that. Love that for Blaine. What a guy. And then in the deaths category, we've also brought that up tonight. Dick Butkus, R.I.P.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence's next door neighbor died. He's gonna toss up 5 touchdowns this week.
Sheesh, yeah. R.I.P. T-Law's neighbor.
That's
Actually,
the segment.
is that actually a thing?
No, I made that up completely.
That's the segment, but we are looking. I've been looking into just weird stuff that could affect the game. Like if people are going through divorces. If I tried to look up relationship anniversaries to see if that would have any but I couldn't find a list of
Wow.
that anywhere.
Are you-
I was diving deep into just some interesting I was
are you
looking
doing
into
some AI stuff?
I was also looking into deaths of dogs to see if maybe a little puppy pass maybe
You should include cat.
he's going for 6 touchdowns. Nah, cats are might motivate them the opposite way. That's a blessing in their life.
What about fish? What if someone's pet fish?
Fish is getting a little crazy because people probably have you have how many fish you got in that tank behind you? 30. You probably have one die every other day.
No, fish healthy. I'm getting them the juice.
Yeah, but if you guys think anything else that could fall in those categories, that could affect the game, obviously Call of Duty coming out for Kyler, that's a big one.
That's a big deal.
Just weird
Tyler.
things like that. We'll work into that segment every week. Keep the boys educated.
All right, I can do my segment. I got a couple possible overreactions for you guys. I'll hit you with them, and you tell me what you guys think. If it's actually an overreaction or if this is a legit statement. I got 2 of them. First one, Brock Purdy is a legit MVP candidate this year. Dude's been balling, dominating. If if you look at his statistics, he's over 1,000 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he's undefeated. If he keeps this up, I don't know how he's not the MVP.
It's because
Unless someone
Tua's
else
going to throw for
falls.
6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. That's
We'll see.
probably how. But Tua
Tua's
can't
gonna
stay,
get a
yeah,
concussion,
if he can
but-
stay healthy. Josh Allen's also having a monster year. I mean, just going off,
What do you guys think?
I think stats matter a ton. And, like, obviously if you go undefeated, that's probably heavy weight. But, like, Brock Purdy's just, you look at, like, just his name. Like, he's just not, like, people aren't
That's
thinking
the
of him like MVP. Like, Josh Allen, Mahomes, like, any of those guys, if they have big, Tua, if any of those guys have big, like, monster years stat-wise, I think it's hard for Purdy to win, even if they go undefeated and he's, like, solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's an overreaction because I think there's gonna be someone on the same team that gets more MVP votes, and that's gonna be CMC.
Seems he's dog.
It's very possible.
MVP's a quarterback award, though.
Yeah.
Who's the last one to win it? That's not QB, AP. Is that who it
AP.
was?
Yeah.
All day. All day.
You think it's
AP.
overreaction, Jeff and P?
It's not an overreaction. I think that it's real. I think all that you said is like not an overreaction. I don't know what the other option was. What was it? Overreaction or what?
Well, the other option is not an overreaction.
It's just not an overreaction. That's not bad. I thought there was like a special term for it. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
I guess
Not
you
an
could do it like overrated, underrated, properly rated.
Properly rated. Purdy's him. He's going to continue to be him.
I don't think he'll win MVP, but I mean he's making a case early on in the season.
Dare I say he teeters the line of underrated? Dare I say it?
All
There's
right,
not
I like
enough
it.
MVP talk yet. You're actually the first person that ever brought that up. No one else is saying Purdy MVP yet. That's why I think he's slightly underrated right now.
I like to refer myself as a pioneer in a lot of ways, so I appreciate
Sharp.
that.
Oh Lord,
You're sharp. You're sharp.
I'm just discovering new land, pioneering around.
You look like
Maybe I
such an
should write-
outdoorsman right now. You look like you make it like your own moonshine in your tub.
I might get a raccoon hat. We'll see what happens. We'll see if a raccoon wanders in my backyard or not.
Just live off
guys
the
trying
land.
to find Sacagawea.
Sacagawea.
Yeah. So my next statement, get ready for this one, guys. My next statement is going to upset some people here probably. It upsets me a little bit.
Uh-oh. Jordan left time.
Jordan Love is not going to be the starting quarterback of the Packers next year. I think that's the statement. I don't know
Put
how
in
to
your 2
explain
cents,
it.
Josh. We can go again here.
Jake mentioned this a lot earlier in the episode. I already know what he thinks, but they signed Jordan Love to a 1-year contract for a reason, and if he doesn't figure it out at some point,
So he is
here,
this year,
we
and then
might-
he has next year signed, basically.
We might be taking a quarterback high this draft, but what do you guys think? I know Jake is pulling Jordan Love.
It's a complete overreaction. He's so young, and his offense is so young around him, and LaFleur is not giving him any help play calling. Like, you either got to let him throw, you can't baby, like, you got to let him play. Like, you can't call 10 screens and have a legal man downfield on 7 of the 10. Like, help him out, get him in rhythm. Like, obviously the run game did help. Like, I'm glad we said, like, Dylan is frustrating to watch, even though he had a good game. Like, as good of a game as Dylan had on 20 carries, his longest run was 8 yards. Like, he's just not an explosive player. And when we get Jones back, he is the key to this offense. Jones opens up the offense so much more. And when Jones is in the game, Love is so much more comfortable because he's just a weapon. Like, he knows he can just check it down to Jones, and Jones can turn a 3-yard loss into a 10-yard gain. Where Dylan kind of gets the ball. We'll see if he even catches it. Maybe runs someone over and loses 2 yards still. Like, he's just not explosive, and, like, we need to get Watson more involved because he is that explosive player on our offense when Jones isn't in. Like, he could take a slant 80. He had the one nice big play that was just a broken play. And also Dobbs was nowhere to be found this game. Like, he had 1 catch for, like, 3 yards, dropped a pass on that last drive. Dobbs, you just got to get Love comfortable, and LaFleur's not doing him any favors. And I am just so off of LaFleur. Like, if there's anyone in the Packers organization I'm mad at, it's not Jordan Love. It's just like Joe Barry and Matt LaFleur are just so frustrating to deal with week in and week out.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say this overreaction is completely justified. I watched him. Didn't look like a good quarterback. That's all there is to say about that. My dream scenario for the Packers is that next year Justin Field is under center taking snaps for him.
I don't like
All right.
it.
You can't
I'm
even
gonna
say
bring
that
it
with a
back.
straight face.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this back to reality. I'm gonna side with Jake here. I think that it's a little too early to pull the plug on J Money. I think if anything,
Hey, money.
I like
they
that.
might fire the coach, and I think Love might get another opportunity with, like Jake said, his 1 year is next year. So technically he's not 2 years if you count this one. So if they get rid of LaFleur, then the next guy can see if he can get anything more out of J Money, even though it's literally only week 5. So like he could still finish top 10 in passing and with 10 wins. Like that's not out of the question yet. So I do think it's a little too early to be saying all this about Jordan Love. Bring it back week 15 though and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Overreaction on Josh's end.
Go into
I'm glad-
detail, Jefe. I want to hear you talk about my pack.
I mean, Big P just said everything like I was gonna. I mean, it's so early. It's literally week 5.
Calm my nerves.
Like just from like, not even like how players played. Like fantasy wise, last year, like out of the top 10 running backs, 5 were like had like under 10 points until week 4. So like, I mean, as a quarterback who's first year starting, like you can't expect them to be 5-0. Like,
Yeah. You look at the starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now: Zach Wilson, Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield. I mean, these dudes, in my opinion, are not starters, but they are starting football games every week. So it's not really. It would.
Did you include Baker in that?
I did. I'm sorry.
In Baker's oven week?
I know. This year he's been different though.
All right,
yeah,
I
I
hope-
mean,
Yep.
I hope-
Sorry, go ahead.
I hope you guys are right. I don't necessarily fully believe that. I just think that's a good topic to discuss because I need like a group therapy session so everyone can tell me Jordan Love's good and everything's gonna be fine.
If you need Rodgers to calm your nerves one last time, Josh, he said everybody needs to calm down with the Jordan Love slander.
Relax.
RELAX. Relax.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
just know-
I prepared a super short segment. We've all played the game Smash or Pass. This time we're going to be doing it with quarterbacks. So I purposely picked fringe
Spicy.
guys. I picked 4 quarterbacks, but we just discussed one of them, and Jordan Love. I'm a pass kind of smashing Jordan Love. So first one I'm going to be saying, just go smash or pass. I don't need a super fast elaboration, just because we're low on time. Bryce Young.
like by looks, like if he looks good,
I love smashing dudes.
Two drinks.
Nothing I love more.
We needed more clear rules.
For pass, Bryce Young.
For the future this week, to build my franchise around, slight context.
Yeah, you're building the franchise around this guy. Are you smashing or are you
Pass.
passing?
Ash.
Pass.
in terms of like looks, smash, but like not for a quarterback.
He's a good looking
Pass.
dude. A little short. I mean, I don't know if is he 6 foot? He's got to be pushing the edge on 6 foot.
No, he's
5'10".
under.
5. Okay, 5.
Yeah,
5'10".
he's under. He's Russ Wilson territory.
On
Yeah.
Tinder, he's 6
was
foot
like-
though.
He's stupid too, isn't he? Didn't he like do really bad on that
No,
quarterback?
No, that was Stroud.
Oh.
Classic Ohio State.
All right, next one on Smash or Pass, we have Jimmy G.
Smash.
Oh, dude. Smash.
And again, not on
I'm not even. I
quarterback.
would throw my whole franchise just to have someone that beautiful.
I think if we don't all pick Smash, we lose every female viewer of the 2 we have.
Here's a stretch.
Well, the 1 we have. No, 2. Like your wife and my fiance. And
That's true. I forgot.
I don't even. Does Morgan tune into the pod, Jefe?
No.
What about Kat?
Kat
Okay.
definitely will not be tuning in this week.
she's not getting the link this week.
I don't want to do that argument, please.
Pass.
I'm passing.
Smash.
I'm smashing.
I'll
Think of the
pass.
ad revenue.
All right, last one here, and it's interesting this week because he's got a checkered injury pass in the short five.
Checkered.
I guess only 4 starts now. AR-15 or AR-5.
We're talking
Pass.
about Anthony Richardson.
Smash. Yeah.
Pass.
He wants to hear us glaze his shit. I'll take him, all right? If you're going to make me.
Smash, I guess.
Smash.
You
Yeah.
passed, Jefe?
I think he's gonna have a Cam Newton-ish career, but in terms of looks, pass.
We're not talking looks. Keep printing
So
up
you're
the
talking
looks.
MVP, Super Bowls.
I'm just talking build a franchise around this guy.
He'll
Can never
have one
stay
good
healthy.
year and then not do anything.
He sat
Yeah,
out just
that's-
as many games as he played. Pass on this bum. Gardner Minshew might as well just be QB1.
He's
Yeah,
played
okay.
in 4 games. He only started and finished 1 out
Yeah,
of
but
the
he's
4
going to be
games.
out for, what, next 4 weeks? So
Minimum
Uh,
4.
or sit 4, and he's already got a concussion too. So
Yeah, I would say he's probably going to miss at least 6, but if he gets surgery, then it's over. He's going to be out for the season.
let's see if Buddy learns how to
smash.
slide.
Should have
His
thought
other
luck.
ACL while we're at it.
All right, I
Yeah.
got it for the record before this ends. I looked up last week's lock. I had Joe Shiesty over 251 against Arizona that hit. So I'm 1-1 now.
Love it.
Join the club.
Get the boys back on track here because it's getting desperate on the locks of the week. We got to get something
Yeah, I
going.
did. I went what 10-6. Where did I go last week? 10-6, I think, in picks last week for games.
I think you did better than that, I want to say.
No, it was 10-4 because
Yeah,
there
10
was
and 4.
and then I won my lock, so we bounced back last week. Needed it.
Huge week for P. Needed it. Yeah, but there's 3 people that are 1-1 on their locks of the week. Connor, Josh, Big P. Me and Jefe are both 0-2 locks of the week.
Should I look up Henry's official number so we have that on the record?
Sure.
I bet it'll be in like the 80s.
Locks of the week, just keep track of yourself, boys, and we'll come back weekly and we can update then. And then the records I'll keep track of still, just because it's easy and I'll get it up on the screen. But
I don't have a segment, by the way.
all good. You got anything, Jefe?
Yeah, me either.
All right, let's wrap it up, boys. I think that was a pretty
Let's do it.
insightful podcast. That was fun. We'll go back and make some
I learned
clips.
a
but-
lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, peace out, boys. We will see you guys next week.